Hey everybody, Robert here from Black Belt Gaming. Welcome to my unboxing of shame. I couldn't withstand the temptation. I needed to complete my set, so I decided to go ahead and finish off the Zombicide Black Plague run with Zombicide Green Horde. And that's what I'll be unboxing today. Taking off the plastic, and this is a heavy game. It actually got delayed in customs here in Japan for some reason. Zombicide Green Horde. This is a pretty thick book. Let's take a little flip through here. So this one has the trebuchet. From what I understand, you can launch this thing out and attack a whole square with it. We've got 6 new survivors and 65 orc zombie miniatures. Another reason I got this is I think I can use all these miniatures in my Dungeons and Dragons games and other role-playing games. So yeah, is this the okay, that's advertising something else. 3 seasons. All right. So another reason I was tempted to get this one, I understand that it has more vault cards. Is there a breakdown of the components? Yeah, equipment cards. It's got a list here. But I thought there were vault cards that came in here. Yeah, vault weapon, vault weapon, vault weapon. Quite a few more. So that was something I was lacking. So this set I think will contain that. Still really dig the artwork. And from some of your comments, I was kind of motivated to check out some of the different heroes and tiles, and the way that some of you have told me that you kind of mix and match different parts and makes the game highly replayable. And that was inspiring. And I kind of wanted another necromancer too. I only had one, I believe, unless I missed it from the other expansions. But I've heard there's some pretty neat things when you have more than one necromancer in the set, and I think I even saw that mentioned in the rules. So this was a standalone game, and got the orc runners. I know that these guys hit, or at least a lot of the zombies in this game hit much harder, and I probably won't be playing this so much with family. The other Black Plague I might, but I might save this one just for myself and the solo play, since it is more difficult. So here's quest 0 going up to quest 1, and let's see, how many does it go to? 10? Yes, it does. It goes all the way to 10 with whatever that is. And it looks pretty neat. So a lot of skills listed. Let's get into the box. And is she one of the survivors? Well, we'll see what's in here. So we've got a nicely decorated box on the top, and then the tiles. So let's take a look at some of these. All right, let's see. We've got, yeah, something else I heard about this. You can use barricades, and that kind of sounded cool. I don't really know rules-wise how that works, but it'd be neat to have something like that in the game. And we've got these outdoor/indoor tiles, double-sided. Again, I can get a lot of mileage this, not only out of the Zombicide games, but also other RPGs. Could quite easily come up with some neat stories and everything around the designs and such for some solo play or group play if you're using a role-playing game. So these are the hedges that I've heard so much about. Evidently, that blocks line of sight. You can move through them, but you might push through the hedge and run into a walker. I think there's a die roll for that. Very cool designs. Like I said, I think I can get a lot of double usage out of these tiles. Okay, nice collection there. Let's take a look in this one. Let's see which end opens. There we go. Well, we've got more player boards, kind of like with the other base game. Big stack of cards here. I'm looking forward to looking through these. Let's check out some of the models. They may not be new to you, but they're new to me. Looks like, is this a fatty? I bet it is. It's an orc fatty. These will be fun to use, you know, just for other role-playing game battles and such. Maybe a walker? And can't really tell if that's focusing in okay for you. The runners, I think these are the little runners. I think you were supposed to look for the big ears. So I did hear that that was a bit difficult to sometimes tell the difference between some of these things. Maybe this is the necromancer. I wonder if this is, yeah, probably an orc necromancer. Maybe the abomination here. That's probably what we saw at the end of the book there. Here's the big siege engine. And here are our heroes. Let me look for that figure I was really wanting. I think it's this guy. I think it's him, Rolf. Kind of wanted a barbarian looking figure. I didn't have one. That's nice. And unfortunately, I am not a painter. I really wish I was. But I'll just have to enjoy these as they are. We'll take a look at these next. So let's see. Asim got a taunt ability. Baron. All right, that was throwing me off there a bit. I was like, where are his eyes? There they are. He's got on a bear skin. It's got the shove ability. I'll have to look some of these things up. Johannes. Likes the crossbow, evidently. Transmutation. What's that? Megan. Almost looks like a Wonder Woman type there. There's Rolf. Bloodlust. Selly. Could that be an elf? I'm not sure. But some cool looking heroes to try. Let's dig into some of these next. Standard weapons here, short swords, spiked bow. Norse sword. telekinetic blast, bone knives and swords and dwarven axes, lava burst, steel bow, war cleaver, and oh, this is probably an equipment card. Is this an equipment card? Yeah, I think this is when you draw it, and there's an orc ambush. Apples, axes, chainmail. I can't remember what it was. Somebody had come up with an interesting house rule regarding apples, and I can't remember what that was. I'll have to search for that. But I know some people like to play that equipment belongs to that person, and even if they get like a key or something, it's on that person. So that person either needs to get to the door, or if they're killed, it needs to be picked up from that spot and carried to wherever it unlocks the door. And different equipment has been the same. And I haven't played that way, but I might try some of those house rules. Dragon Bile, Dwarven Hammer, all kinds of spells and bows and shields. This looks neat. Plate armor, plenty of arrows. Salted meat. It's just another thing to give you experience points. Short swords, torches, trimmer, water, and it's more experience point. Trebuchet. So you can choose different methods of attack here. A scatter shot, grape shot, or a boulder. Horde cards. Gosh, it looks like all of these. Yeah, all of these are saying assemble the horde. Orc necromancer. Yeah, it is an orc necromancer. There we go. Enter the horde, enter the horde, enter the horde. Yep. So I'll be interested to see how it plays differently, and I will pick this up for a second and see. Probably there's nothing new. It's probably just more figures of what we've seen already. I think that is true. Some of these got jostled around. But the package came from a long way away. So very understandable. Well, that is about everything that's in the box. And it looks exciting to me, so I guess I'm pretty glad that I ended up getting it. I really sat on the fence on this one for a while. I thought Black Plague would be enough, but I really enjoyed that game, so kind of glad to get everything for it that I could. And I've seen a video out there somewhere of all of the stuff that came with like Kickstarter. I can't imagine having all that. That must have been overwhelming, especially if you're trying to paint all of that. Well, anyway, thanks for checking it out with me. Zombicide Green Horde, Black Belt Gaming's unboxing of shame. Anyway, I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks.